Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Day 2 assessment of the Constitution. Last class, we left off by looking at the preamble to the U.S. Constitution. So for today's Do Now, if you have not taken the opportunity to answer today's question, why is the preamble considered the most important part of the Constitution? Take a minute, pause this video, and go answer that question. Again, this is part of your attendance. So go answer that question, click turn in, and come right back. Excellent. So welcome back. For today, we are going to be taking a look at our three branches of government. So now that you've already answered the Do Now, our objective for today is by the end of class, I will be able to identify how the three branches of government work. Also, by the end of class with your language target, you will be able to simulate what it is like to study for the constitutional law exam. Now, when you look at the U.S. Constitution, it is broken into three different parts. Sorry, not three, multiple different parts. But we're going to focus on the first three now that we've already completed the preamble. We're going to be looking at the powers that are given to Congress, the powers that are given to the president, and the powers that are given to the judicial branch. We've already looked at a few of these through your student teaching lessons, but now we're actually going to dive a little bit deeper in what they actually mean. You are a graduate attending the UCLA School of Law to become a lawyer. You are taking your last class on constitutional law. In this simulation, you will be learning constitutional law, graduating from law school, and competing in a competition against other law firms. Here's a picture of UCLA. At the end of this unit, you will be taking the bar exam. If you pass the bar exam, you will graduate from law school. You must earn an 85% or higher in order to graduate from law school. Each of the corresponding sections will be on the test. I will let you know when we are going to take the bar exam. So this will be a culminating activity. So this will be broken into three stages. This first stage is more of an independent part where you are studying independently, looking at the Constitution, analyzing the different articles, what it means. So for today, we are going to be looking at the three branches of government. The judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court, the legislative branch, which is Congress, and the executive branch, which is the president. So for today, it's relatively straightforward. You have a graphic organizer. It is titled, while it's loading, Law School Remote Learning Day 2. You will be using sections 2 through 4 for this first part of the graphic organizer. In the text, it's broken already down. It says legislative branch, executive branch, judicial branch. You are going to read each of those sections, so sections 2 through 4, and you are going to fill in this graphic organizer. Do one section at a time. So start with the legislative branch, then executive branch, then judicial branch, and answer these questions that correspond to that section. When you're done with those sections, you will then move on to section 5. In section 5, you are going to be looking at something called checks and balances. The framers, when they created the Constitution, really were looking at ways to prevent one group from having power over the other. So they created a system of checks and balances. Well, what is that exactly? How does that work? Why is it that the president can veto a bill, but then Congress can overpower the veto? Why is it that the Supreme Court could nullify anything that anybody does if they deem it unconstitutional? So what you're going to do here, now this is the part that's a little tricky. If you're tech savvy, it's not that bad. If you're not tech savvy, then this part you're going to have to do kind of old school. So here I've given you a series of bullet points. Now these bullet points need to go into the graphic organizer. Here you have a graphic organizer that's already partially filled out. Why is it that the president could veto a bill and send it back to the legislative branch? And what can the legislative branch do to send something back to the president? And what is it that the Supreme Court does to reject the law, sending it back to the judicial branch or the legislative branch. So you're going to take these items and you are going to fit them into this graphic organizer or this flow chart. Now, if you're tech savvy, you can insert text boxes over the image and put it in the correct spot. Or to make your lives easier, I would simply just draw the flow chart out on a separate piece of paper and upload the picture directly to this assignment, or you can email me your work. Either way, I will accept either one. Don't go crazy trying to insert text boxes. Trust me, it took forever. So I would rather you just hand draw it and make your lives a lot easier. Now, you will have 30 minutes to complete these two sections. Whatever you don't finish is homework. Now, I'm going to be assigning the legislative branch and the judicial branch on IXL. These assignments will be due next week. So if you have any questions over the course of this period about any of these items, remember to check the Google slide. You can pause this video at any time and catch up on different parts. But for today, this is your review for your bar exam, which is why I'm not doing a whole lot of talking for today, because you need to study the bar exam for yourself. So I have inserted a 30-minute timer to keep you on task. If you finish earlier than the 30 minutes, you can click and turn in your work. This way you get credit for today. As always, all assignments are due by 3 p.m. I will start checking after that and giving you credit for the completed assignments. And if you finish early, get the IXLs out of the way as review. Thank you, everyone. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. Have a great day.